Saif Ahmad Belhassa, the Animal Kingdom owner. Meet Saif Ahmad Belhassa, who makes your childhood dream of owning a zoo look like pocket change. His private menagerie costs more than most people's houses, and his monthly animal food bill alone could buy you a Lamborghini. At just 21, this son of Emirati billionaire owns over 500 exotic animals worth $15 million, but his white tigers eat $2,000 worth of premium meat daily, which is more expensive per pound than Wagyu beef. Saif's private zoo spans 50 acres and houses everything from rare white lions to Himalayan brown bears, each with climate-controlled enclosures that cost more than luxury apartments. His Instagram following of 2.1 million people goes wild watching him casually walk his cheetahs like most people walk their dogs. And his viral TikTok videos have earned him sponsorship deals worth $500,000 annually. The twist? His favorite animal costs less than your monthly coffee budget, but wait until you hear about his snake collection valued at $3 million. Richest Saif Belhassa, the social media mogul. Richest Saif Belhassa proves that sibling rivalry reaches new heights when your competition involves million-dollar car collections. This 19-year-old doesn't just own cars, he collects them like trading cards, with his garage housing 47 luxury vehicles worth $12 million. His diamond-encrusted Lamborghini Aventador costs $850,000, which is more than most people earn in a decade. Yet he treats it like a bicycle. His social media empire generates $750,000 monthly through brand partnerships with Gucci, Versace, and Louis Vuitton. But here's the plot twist. He started with just $100 and a smartphone when he was 14. His YouTube channel has 3.2 million subscribers who tune in religiously to watch him unbox items that cost more than their cars. His personal shopping budget hits $200,000 monthly, and his sneaker closet contains 400 pairs worth $180,000. The shocking part? He's never worn 200 of them. Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's grandchildren. Royal legacy. When your great-grandfather founded Dubai and your grandfather rules it, your birthday parties don't feature clowns, they feature private concerts by Grammy-winning artists. The Al Maktoum grandchildren live in a world where $500,000 birthday parties are considered modest, and their casual weekend activities include flying to Paris for lunch in private jets that cost $65 million each. Each grandchild receives a trust fund of $50 million on their 18th birthday. But here's the twist. They have to prove they can multiply it by 10 before accessing the full royal inheritance worth billions. Their family palace spans 2.3 million square feet with 250 rooms, making Buckingham Palace look like a studio apartment. The youngest grandchild owns a horse stable with 23 Arabian thoroughbreds worth $8 million, and her weekly allowance could pay off most people's mortgages.
Zaid Al Thani, he's the big boss at Qatar Holding LLC. That's the company that invests Qatar's money all around the globe. But he's not just playing with his own country's cash. Zaid's also got seats on the boards of some major international corporations. British American Tobacco? He's there. Deutsche Bank? Yep, he's got a say in that too. Now, let's talk about his toys. Zaid's got a car collection that'd make most billionaires jealous. The crown jewel? A Bugatti Chiron. This thing's got 1,500 horsepower and can hit speeds over 260 miles per hour. Price tag, about $3 million. But that's just the start. He's also got a Ferrari LaFerrari. Only 499 of these were ever made. It's basically a street-legal race car, 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds. And the cost? Over $1 million when it first came out. But with only 499 in the world, you can bet it's worth way more now. But Zaid ain't just about fast cars. He's also got a Rolls-Royce Phantom. This thing's like a luxury hotel room on wheels. Custom leather, real wood trim, and a ceiling with fiber optic lights that look like stars. It's the kind of car that says, I'm not just rich, I'm royalty. Now you might be thinking, sure, he's got nice cars, but where does he park them? Well, let me tell you about Zaid's crib. He's got a mansion in Doha that's more like a small resort. We're talking multiple swimming pools, a private cinema, and probably more bathrooms than your whole neighborhood combined. But here's the thing, Zaid doesn't just have one fancy house. He's got properties all over the world. There's a penthouse in London with views of the Thames.
a beachfront property in Malibu where he can watch the sunset over the Pacific. This guy's real estate portfolio is probably worth more than some small countries. When Zaid's not jetting around the world for
Dubai
business
penthouse
or
doubles
checking
as a
on his
tech
properties,
laboratory
he's
where he
indulging in his
develops
other
apps that have
passion,
been downloaded over
watches.
12 million
This guy's
times,
got a collection that would make a Swiss
$3.2
banker
million in
jealous.
monthly revenue.
We're talking about
The
timepieces that cost more than
His
most
first
people's
successful
houses.
app was
Each one's a
created
work of
during a
art you can
boring
wear on
family
your
dinner when
wrist.
he was 15.
But don't think
His car
Zaid's all
collection
work and no
focuses on
play.
electric
When he was
vehicles worth
growing up, he had the
$4.5
kind of
million
childhood most
because
of
he
us can
believes
only dream
traditional
about.
luxury cars
Polo
are
lessons,
outdated
check.
technology,
Private
and
scuba
major
diving
automotive
trips,
companies
you
are
bet.
offering him
For
$50
Zaid,
million
that was just a
for his
normal
autonomous
Tuesday.
driving software.
These days, Zaid's
6.
social life is just as
Fatima
luxurious as
Al-Jaber,
everything
the
else.
fashion
He's
empire
always at the
heiress.
most exclusive
Fatima
events,
Al-Jaber
rubbing
owns more
elbows with
Hermes
other
bags
billionaires
than
and
some
world
boutiques
leaders.
carry in stock.
Imagine going to
And her
parties
closet
where everyone's
organization
net
system
worth is in the
costs more than
billions.
most people's college
That's
education.
Zaid's world.
This
But
20-year-old
here's what
heiress
sets
treats
Zaid
haute
apart from
couture
some
like
other
fast
rich
fashion,
kids. He's
spending
not just spending daddy's
$400,000
money.
monthly on
This
designer
guy's out
pieces
there making
that most
moves in the
people only see
business
in
world.
magazines.
He's shaping
Her Birkin
global
bag collection
finance from the
contains
boardrooms
73
of some of the
pieces worth
biggest
$2.8
companies on
million,
earth.
including
When Zaid
ultra-rare
talks,
versions
billionaires
that Hermes
listen.
only makes 5 of per year
Sheikh
worldwide.
Hamad bin
Her
Khalifa
jewelry
Al
collection
Thani.
includes a
This guy's not just
$1.2
rich,
million
he's got enough
graph
cash to
diamond
buy a
necklace she
small
wears to
country with a
university
jaw-dropping
classes,
net
like
worth
it's
of $8
costume
billion.
jewelry.
But
Her
Hamad ain't
Instagram
about
account
hoarding
has
his wealth.
4.7
Nah,
million
he's out here
followers
trying
who
to change
obsess
the
over her
world.
daily
First,
outfit
let's
posts.
talk about his
And
lifestyle,
fashion
because
brands
it's
pay her
next level. Hamad's got a
$75,000
car
per
collection
sponsored
that'd
post.
make most billionaires
But Fatima's
jealous.
real
We're
passion
talking
lies in
Bugattis,
sustainable luxury.
Koenigsegg's, and
She's
Paganis.
launching a
These
fashion
ain't your
rental
average
service,
luxury rides.
allowing
Each
regular
one's
people
worth
to wear
millions, and there's probably only a
$50,000
handful in the
gowns
world.
for $500
But cars
per
are
night,
just the start.
projecting
Hamad's got his own
$15
fleet of
million
private
revenue year
jets.
one.
Yeah, you heard that right. Not just one jet, but a whole fleet. When this guy travels, he's not waiting in line at the airport. He's got planes bigger than some people's houses, decked out with gold fixtures and leather seats that cost more than most cars. And speaking of houses, Hamad's got mansions all over the globe. There's the palace in Doha that's more like a small city. It's got its own mosque, multiple swimming pools, and probably more rooms than some hotels. But that's just his home base. He's also got a place in London that takes up a whole city block. In Paris, he owns a mansion right on the Champs-Élysées. And don't even get me started on his properties in the US. This guy's real estate portfolio is worth more than most countries' GDPs. But here's where Hamad gets really interesting. He ain't just sitting on his pile of cash or buying more toys. Nah, he's using his wealth to make a difference. Hamad's big into education. He's set up scholarships that send hundreds of students to top universities around the world every year. We're talking Oxford, Harvard, MIT, the kind of schools most people can only dream about. And he's not just paying for tuition. These scholarships cover everything from books to living expenses. But Hamad's not stopping at education. He's also pumping millions into healthcare. He's built hospitals, funded research, and even set up programs to fly people from developing countries to Qatar for life-saving treatments. One of his biggest projects, a cutting-edge orthopedic and sports medicine hospital in Doha. This place is so high-tech, it's like something out of a sci-fi movie. They've got robots assisting in surgeries and rehab equipment that looks like it's from the future. And get this, Hamad's also working on bringing some of the world's top medical schools to Qatar. He's partnered with places like Weill Cornell Medicine to set up satellite campuses in Doha. The goal? To train the next generation of doctors right there in the Middle East. But Hamad ain't just throwing money at problems. He's got a whole strategy for improving life in Qatar and beyond. He's investing in renewable energy, trying to diversify Qatar's economy away from oil, and working on making Doha a global hub for education and healthcare. Now you might be thinking, sure, he's doing good things, but with $8 billion, shouldn't he be doing more? Well, here's the thing. Hamad's not just writing checks. He's actively involved in these projects. He's meeting with world leaders, sitting in on board meetings, and personally overseeing some of these initiatives. And let's not forget, this guy's a royal. He's got responsibilities that go way beyond just being rich. He's involved in shaping Qatar's future, from its foreign policy to its economic strategy. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. We've seen some crazy wealth, but Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum takes it to a whole new level. This guy's not just rich, he's the vice president and prime minister of the UAE with a net worth over $14 billion. That's more money than some small countries. But Mohammed ain't just sitting on his pile of cash. He's out here reshaping Dubai and the whole UAE. This guy's got his fingers in everything from real estate to tech to infrastructure. When Mohammed makes a move, the whole world feels it. Let's talk about his properties.
Mohammed's got palaces that make Buckingham look like a starter home. His main crib, Zabil Palace, is like a small city. We're talking hundreds of rooms, multiple swimming pools, and probably more bathrooms than your whole neighborhood combined. But that's nothing compared to his private islands. Yeah, you heard that right. Islands, plural. He's got a bunch of man-made islands off the coast of Dubai. Ever heard of the Palm Jumeirah? That's his. It's shaped like a giant palm tree and you can see it from space. That's the kind of flex only a multi-billionaire ruler can pull off. Mohammed's also got a place called Endurance Village. It's not just a house. It's a whole complex dedicated to his love of endurance horse racing. Imagine having so much money you can build an entire village just for your hobby. Now you might be thinking, sure, he's got nice stuff, but what's he actually doing with all that money? Well, hold on to your hats, because Mohammed's not just spending cash, he's investing in the future. He's pumping billions into making Dubai a global tech hub. We're talking smart cities, AI, blockchain, all the cutting-edge stuff. Mohammed wants Dubai to be the Silicon Valley of the Middle East, and he's got the cash to make it happen. But it's not just about tech. Mohammed's also big on infrastructure. He's behind some of the craziest building projects you've ever seen. The Burj Khalifa, that's his. It's the tallest building in the world, and it's just the start. He's also building a whole new city called Dubai Creek Harbor. This place is gonna make Manhattan look like a small town. We're talking about the world's tallest twin towers, a massive new airport, and enough housing for like 1 million people. And get this, Mohammed's not just building for humans, he's also creating the world's largest man-made wildlife reserve. It's gonna be bigger than some countries and home to thousands of animals. This guy's thinking big in every way possible. But here's what really sets Mohammed apart. He's not just spending money on flashy projects, he's got a vision for Dubai and the whole UAE. He wants to turn it into a global hub for business, tourism, and innovation. He's set up free trade zones to attract international companies. He's invested in renewable energy to prepare for a post-oil future. And he's pumping money into education to create a skilled workforce. Mohammed's even got plans to colonize Mars. Yeah, you heard that right. He wants the UAE to be the first Arab country to send people to the Red Planet. This guy's thinking beyond Earth, let alone Dubai.